Hello, my name's Carl and welcome to my presentation on the past perfect. There are three main perfect tenses, and all perfect tenses mean before. So for example, the future perfect means before the future. The present perfect means before the present. The past perfect, therefore, means before the past. So if you have a past event represented on my diagram here, and you wanted to describe something that happened before that past event, then you can use the past perfect. So, say for example, I arrived at work at 9 a.m. and my boss arrived at work at 8 a.m. I want to emphasize that my boss arrived before me, so I would use the past perfect. I arrived at work, my boss had already arrived. The had arrived is the past perfect, and this emphasizes that it happened before I arrived. So, before I give you some examples of the past perfect, how do we make it? The construction of the past perfect uses the had plus the past participle. We always use had. It doesn't matter if we use I or you or we or they or she or he or it. It's always had. And then we follow it by the past participle, sometimes called the third form. So I had arrived. I had cooked. I had lived. I had worked. I had finished. We also have irregular verbs. They will also use the past participle. I had run. I had driven. I had drunk. So, some examples of using the past perfect. I want to describe what happened before I got home. So, when I got home, someone had stolen my TV. The had stolen, using the past perfect, emphasizes this happened before I got home. When I got home, my son had tidied his bedroom. So the had tidied happened before I got home. And the negative form, when I got home, my daughter hadn't cleaned her room. She didn't clean her room before I got home. When I started working college, I had already finished my degree. My degree happened before I started working at the college. When I started working at the college, I had been a teacher before. We're using the past perfect here to emphasize this happened before I started working at the college. When I started working at the college, I had been a teacher before. When I started working at the college, I hadn't taught teenagers. Another negative here, emphasizing the fact that I had not taught teenagers before I started working at the college. So, can you think of your own examples using the past perfect? So answer these questions. Had you learnt the past perfect before seeing this video? What English exams had you done before you started this course? What I'd like you to do now is pause the video and think of your own examples. So hopefully you've thought of some examples of your own answering these questions and using the past perfect. Some possible answers that you could have given. Before seeing this video, I had never learnt the past perfect. We're using the past perfect here, had never learnt, to emphasize this happened before the video. Yes, before seeing this video, I had learnt the past perfect with my teacher Garby. We're emphasizing the fact that the lessons you had with Garby happened before this video. You could have also answered the questions about exams. When I started this course, I had already done entry level 3 speaking and listening. For quite a few of you, this is going to be true. But for some of you, before you started this course, maybe you hadn't done any English exams. This might be true for you. If you'd like some extra practice with the past perfect, you might want to visit one of these websites. They have some explanations and some decent practices. Thank you very much for watching my video on the past perfect, and I hope to hear you using the past perfect very soon.